Good afternoon, folks, and here we are. Where are we?
Hawarden.
Yeah. We're at
on the air.
We're on the air at Hawarden, I think it is.
Harden, it's pronounced.
It's pronounced Harden, and we'll take a look at some vintage radio and television equipment, and I know this will please you lot, rather than me sat in my chair farting. Right, it makes a change from an old record player or a radio, doesn't it? Yeah, look at all this lot. Wow. Can I ask you some questions while I'm filming?
Yeah.
Right. Can I ask you what this is?
Yeah, it's 1924.
Yeah.
American radio. This was the first super heterodyne set on the market. It's an RCA radiola. And they had the patent for the super het, and they wouldn't let anyone else make them. And this was the first super het radio in the world.
That's typical of your Americans, isn't it? They get a good thing and keep it.
Yeah. And the front panel opens too.
Oh, hey, look at that, folks.
Ooh.
And these are
wow.
quite an advanced design for 1924. We didn't have anything like this in this country.
These are your variable. These are your tuners here, aren't they? Your variable capacitors.
Yeah.
These things here. Look at these valves, folks. Wow.
They had also a thing that was probably a first, is that the whole unit underneath here was one, as it were, integrated circuit, because all the capacitors and transformers used in the set are all like embedded in wax inside a sealed container.
Wow.
And if anything went faulty, you were to send it back to RCA.
Wow. Right, so they were going to get another bite of the cherry. They weren't really happy with selling you the radio, were they? They wanted, they wanted the after service as well.
Absolutely.
So the Americans probably came up with that and all. I'll take it as a built-in amplifier in this, does it? Or did you have to have a separate amplifier on it?
No, I think the last two stages are audio, I think.
Right.
The rest of it is the RF and the intermediate frequency stage.
Because I have seen some on documentaries where, because I watch a lot of radio documentaries, and I have seen some where, I watched one called, it was made in the 80s, and it was called The Secret Life of Machines. And
I remember that.
Yeah, they did one on radios, and the guy explained the reason why the term radio set became about was because it was all separate components. A bit like you'd buy a hi-fi today. Let's have a mooch round and look at this. I've got one of them. The little TR-82C. I'll tell you what else I've got an MB60.
Oh yes, the valve version.
Yeah. But what I've done with mine, I've changed the plug on the back, because the lead, although I did get the original lead, it was all bitty, and you wouldn't want to plug that in.
They're often missing those original leads.
Well, I'll give you a tip. The very first generation PlayStations, with the Sony PlayStations with the figure of 8 lead.
Right.
Well, the plug on the back of them, if you desolder it from the circuit board, it's a direct replacement. All you have to do is just ream one of the holes in the back of the radio, and they fit perfectly. That's what I've done with mine, so I can plug a lead in.
Yes.
And we've got some Roberts here.
They're all fairly modern ones.
These are fairly modern, aren't they? Yeah. And this one here, a lot of these came in red, because these were aimed at the blind. This particular model, because I was restoring one. I restored one of them, and I sold it to a guy round the corner from me, and he still got it. And they were aimed at the blind, them, and most of them were red. This particular model here.
I remember that.
But there's your seal of quality there, and the coat of arms. You know if the Toffs bought it, it was decent. And look at these tellies here, folks. Let's have a look at some of these tellies. And
there's a Garrod deck here.
Oh, Is there? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a 401, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very
The
expensive.
SME arm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lovely, that, isn't it? It's just try and get away from your shirt jacket. And look at that, hey, folks, look at this.
The destruction boot.
Yeah. Look at that, the instruction manual for it as well. We've got to offer him a £5. That'll probably buy you the book.
You know, let's stick another £850 on it.
Oh, you've got a bargain then, haven't you?
We'll have a deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never actually seen one, believe it or not. I've seen just about everything that Garrard ever made, including their first gramophone motor, which was a 001.
Right.
I even had one of those once, but I've never actually. I've seen a 301, but I've never seen a 401.
The 301s used to be the desirable one, and these ones nobody much wanted a few years ago.
No, I know. I wish I'd have got my hands on them when nobody wanted them.
Yes. Well, when the 301s were going for about 200 quid, you could buy one of these for 30 or 40, but now you're looking at
The other way around.
into four figures for the 301.
It's gone really through. It's gone stupid, hasn't it?
Well,
I mean, the prices that people will pay for them. I mean, I can remember when I was a kid, I used to get. I mean, people want. Let's just turn this off for a minute. I saw something like this little round radio here.
Yeah, the Echo A22.
That's right. Yeah, there's one of them in. There's one of them in Sickness and in Health, on Alf Garnett's fireplace.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
It might have been that one.
You never know, do you?
It's actually there was two different ones in two of the series. They actually the first series, the black and white ones, had an Echo AD75 in it, which is an earlier model, a wartime one. And then when they did another series in colour, they must have remembered they had a round radio or looked at the reference for the round radio on the side.
And they hadn't kept the original one, so they had to substitute it.
All the things would have been hired, all the props would have been hired, so they would have just gone to the props buyer and say, can we just have one of those round radios? And they got that one, but it isn't actually the same model as
That's right, because I sold a record player to a props dealer, to a props company, a Dansette Tempo. It was on eBay, and they paid me double the price. They needed it to appear in the Royal. Oh, right, yeah. And, you know, he says to me, he says, you couldn't throw a spare stylus in, could you, in case there's a scenario where they have to change the stylus. I thought, well, he's paying double, you know, I better chuck him a spare stylus. You know, let's have a look round at some of this stuff, because this is all really nice stuff. Yeah. You know, this, folks, was made in the days when people knew how to make things.
That's right.
I mean, not the Chinese, pardon the French, but not like the Chinese shit they make these days. I mean, you wouldn't see me in my workshop with a hammer putting it through one of these, like I did with that Chinese record player. I smashed one and put it on YouTube after doing a bit of a review on it. What are these? I've not seen these. What are these ones here?
You know, like KB set.
Ulster brands.
Yeah, late 50s.
Well, they're an interesting little set, aren't they? Yeah. Oh no, I can tell.
But they're sort of mid to late 50s, about 58, something like that.
It's sort of like Art Deco sort of thing, isn't it?
Well, they are a
that
bit
kind of thing. Yeah, they're bordering on it, aren't they? You know, and look at this here, your Murphy dealer. Yeah, nowadays you see a sign like that, it says your drug dealer. Yeah.
Wow.
There you are, folks.
Bush babies.
Oh.
Yeah, they're both the 90, the earlier one with the octal valves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I repaired one of them for a mate of mine's dad years ago. And the capacitor in series with the power lead exploded on my bench.
Yeah, that's a favourite.
The wax capacitor, it tripped all my lights. Oh, it didn't half shit me up where it was right bang. I knew it was going to though, because you could practically see through the capacitor from one end to the other. You know, it just looked. And I thought, Andy, you've got to change that capacitor. I thought I'll do it after. I'll get the rest of the radio up and done, and I'll do that last. And then I was just finishing off. I turned it on. It went boom. Fucking hell. You know, and is this a do-it-yourself thing here, or?
they were, you know, an American set that you could buy either as a kit or
Like a
you could
Heath
buy
kit.
it fully assembled, like
Right.
that, like the Atwater Kent breadboard set.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting because they have that strange thing. They had their own name for it, which is a combined capacitor with an inductor that rotates on the back of it.
Yeah.
So as you turn the capacitor, it also operates the you know, like variable inductor. It's like a variometer sort of idea.
I see.
But it's just a, you know, a straight TRF, and of
Yeah.
course medium wave only, because they didn't use long wave in the States. So
No, they- no,
that's
they
a lot
did- yeah, they
simpler,
just
'cause
had,
haven't got any wave change switches.
Yeah, they just had. Yeah, they only came in one flavour over there, didn't
Yes.
they? Yeah. And let's have a look at this television here. There's some cameras over there I want to have a look at in a minute. But look at this. I remember seeing one of them in someone's living room when I was a kid.
They were early 70s
Yeah.
colour set.
Bosch.
Yeah, they're a Bush, aren't they?
Well, you know. like
Well, I know that one's
Murphy,
badged as a
actually.
Murphy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
one's Murphy, but it was all
Yeah.
Bush stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all made by JR for Rank, wasn't it?
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Rank,
Well, that was
yeah.
after Rank bought, you know, Bush and
Yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah.
So it was
'Cause-
Rank, Bush, Murphy, wasn't it?
That's
Yes,
right,
it
because
was,
they
yeah,
did what
yeah.
Philips did, didn't they? They swallowed up everything.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Philips swallowed up Pi, Dynatron,
Yeah.
Stella,
Yeah.
and all that lot.
Well, I mean, that model is based on an earlier model that, in fact, Murphy's.
Is it upright
made.
chassis in that, isn't
It is, yes.
Ah.
Murphy made a dual standard black and white set, which is very similar
That's
looking
right,
to that.
it was. And
And,
it was a kid.
So is this a colour set or a black
Yeah,
and
this
white?
is-
Colour.
you know,
I
like
thought it
it's a
was. I was
colour
just
now.
wondering. Yeah.
But the earlier black and white ones are much rarer, and they've got the. They're actually
It's
a
just
dual
slightly
standard.
slimmer, aren't they?
Yes.
Just slightly slimmer.
About
Yeah.
1966
Yeah,
and thereabouts.
yeah.
Let's have a
But they-
quick squiz at these
Just
cameras.
repair all
They
though.
Because-
carried on the,
We're gonna have to have a look at these. I mean, I'm not leaving here without looking at these. They're massive. Look at the monsters. That EMI.
Yeah.
You know, when you think, you know, when you think you've gone from the size of something
Yeah.
like that
To that.
Yeah.
to the size of that what I've got in my hand, I mean,
and that records.
and that records. Yeah, this records. Yeah.
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 You know, I'll tell you what though.
This is only a part of the camera. The rest of it is those two units there.
Well, I'll tell you what
Power
though.
supply and the control unit.
I've just found the oldest thing this guy's got in his shop. You know, just found the oldest thing he's got. There you go. I couldn't resist that. There we go. I like to add a bit of humour in my videos, you know. But yeah, so I take it these will be the controllers, won't
Yes,
they?
Didn't
the
you know
control
Ted
unit.
Burt?
Yeah.
New Cross Radio in Manchester. Did you know him? Did you?
Didn't, I don't think. No. I
He
remember
died
the
now,
name
but-
of the company.
What have we got under
New
here?
Cross Radio. He was quite. He had a big warehouse in Eccles, you know, and he bought all Granada's Amplex video recorders.
Oh, right.
You know,
Oh, look at this, folks.
And he had a load of colour sets, RCA that the BBC had imported,
Oh, that's interesting.
and they were all switchable, you know.
Right.
They had CCAM,
Oh, right.
PAL,
Yeah.
and of course I
Yeah,
had the job of
NTSC
getting
they
them
were,
going.
weren't
Like,
they?
they had
Switchable, yeah.
21-inch
Round
tubes.
tubes.
Oh, they
Yeah.
were. And they were
I've
bloody
had one of those
some
actually.
weight,
They were
metal.
yes, metal
Raw
case.
metal, they were case.
I've had one of those sets.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting because
And,
they were American sets converted, weren't they?
yeah,
with
they
a
were. They were.
you know,
yes,
with a PAL
yeah.
decoder added.
Yes, that's right. And Seacom as well.
They
didn't
were,
they?
yeah, because
You could switch them over, you see, and of course
They
when the
weren't sure
Paltos
which-
machine was on,
which system we were going for, weren't
No,
they? At that
no,
stage,
no,
so
no.
they like
it
covered
was
all the
Professor Willie
bases.
Bush of Telefunken that
Actually came up with
he,
the PAL
he,
system.
he got
didn't
the yeah, and of course the BBC chose that, which was the best one then.
he? Yes.
There's never the same colour twice.
Yes, in America.
Wasn't it? In
Yes,
America, you see,
absolutely,
you
yeah.
know.
This is unusual. Can I ask you?
Yes.
Is that?
Decola.
That's right. And I take it this has got tuned circuits, hasn't it?
You know,
Because
this is
it's,
the radio tuner.
That's
and-
right.
and
It's presets, isn't
yes,
it?
You've got
And
presets there.
People think that's a new idea.
Well, it's actually mechanical presets. When you press the button, you can see
you can, the cursor moves, doesn't
you can
it?
see the cursor move.
Shoots
Yeah.
across, does it?
It does, yeah, like an old car radio did,
Yeah,
Mike.
same idea.
Yeah,
That
And we've got the-
Philips fat generator. I've got the cursor shoots.
That's
across.
right.
and we've got a 78 only auto changer.
Yeah.
Is that a Garrard auto
Yeah,
changer? I
yeah.
thought it
Yeah,
was, yes.
yeah.
RC65.
Yeah. I weren't sure on the model, but I had an idea it was a Garrard. I mean, you couldn't put a BSR in this, could you?
Well, no, not
You,
when
you
think,
couldn't.
Not when you think this costs.
It's okay, I won't drop it. Don't worry, mate, I won't let it fall.
No, this cost when it was new about the same price as a terraced house.
Yeah, it was an expensive radiogram, wasn't it? And this is your amplifier here, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yes.
You know, look at the way they used to make things.
Yeah.
You know, compared to now. I mean, this is all proper wood. I mean,
But that was a top end piece.
Yeah.
You know?
oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
I think you'd have been a very wealthy
If
person
you
to
to have actually been able to have that, wouldn't you?
When you think that was 200 guineas in 1949, well, you
Yeah.
know, like a new Ford 8 was only about
That's
160
right,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah, so
you
you
could buy a terraced house in Manchester
That's
for
right,
you know
you could,
£200.
Yeah.
you were very affluent, weren't you? If you
Yeah,
could afford
yes.
that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of the stuff was expensive because it was new.
Yeah.
We've got another camera here.
Yeah, that's the.
This is a what do you call it? This is a police camera. This,
It's
and I'll tell you how I know because it's got a tracker mode on it. Yeah.
It's ex-BBC and one of the first generation of colour cameras.
Oh, it's a colour camera.
Yeah,
This.
these are the ones you see in the audience in Top of the Pops. When you see the old Top
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Pops on BBC
Yeah.
4 and you see the
Went to the,
cameras, like pushing through all the crowds.
Yeah.
The dancers and everything, they're all those.
Right.
All of Television Centre was fitted.
I bet they weigh a ton though, don't they? Because they've got drawn dollies, aren't they?
One time, I forget what it was, about 1970 something, you know. And there was a track at the side, like,
Right.
and
Yes.
these cameras were going up and down on the rails, like, for your entertainment. Leonard Sachs, let his hammer down, and all them poor buggers though, to still. It took ages, on a Sunday night. They did the recording on a Sunday
It
night.
was at the Leeds,
Yes,
the
City
variety
Varieties,
theatre, yes.
And
Ran for about 20
started
years.
at 6
actually.
o'clock.
These speakers, they look a bit too modern for you.
They are really. They're not great, but they are British made, and they're Wharfdale E20.
Oh,
Right. They've got
1980s.
I think they've got switchable crossovers as well,
Yeah,
haven't
they
they?
have.
Yeah. My Sansuis have, but they're obviously Japanese.
I mean, they're reasonable speakers. I think they're just sort of starting to be rated. The good thing about them is that, unlike a lot of the other speakers of this era, these surrounds are good on them because I know a lot of them. The foam surrounds.
Yeah, they suffer with foam rot. These sort of like. I've had a few like my Sansui's got foam edges. And I'm dreading the day they start to fall to bits because they're a brilliant sounding speaker. And I gave £25 for them and all in 2004. I want to have a look at this here. I think I've seen this on your website because me and Mike were looking on your website yesterday.
Oh right, yeah. Well,
this little portable here.
all right. The JVC Video Sphere.
Yeah.
It's a 1970s. A black and white set.
You look at this here, Ferranti radio dealer. Not a lot of people even know that Ferranti actually made radios. But they did. They made record players as well. I've had a couple of them.
They also made some of the first computers. At one stage, they were the leading.
Pioneers.
Yeah, they were sort of pioneers, really. If they'd have been able to stay in that business, they would have been bigger than Bill Gates and all the rest of them.
Oh yeah, I know.
They were building computers in.
He used to go to work in his helicopter, Basel, when I was working in Altrincham, I used to work for White and Swales, you see.
Oh right, yeah.
And
well, that'd be near them, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because they're only
of
by
course
Manchester Airport.
Have a look at this sign.
Tommy Cooper used to give, here, have a drink
Oh,
from
that's
me.
right, yeah.
And we're giving tea bag.
Yeah, a tea
Just
bag
have a
in
quick
his
look at this sign up here. There we go. It's
You know, a taxi driver.
Pi Radio TV Stereo.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll tell you what, you know, you could. This place is. I wouldn't say it was massive, but you could spend a lot of time in here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's. Yeah, there is. You know, I could quite comfortably live in here. It's not a problem. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of interesting.
No tie with any wives, you know. Is that?
Oh no, I don't bother with women. I've got a left hand and a good imagination. You know. I'm wondering, should I edit this? I don't edit them, you know. I just put them on as they come. I can't be bothered with editing. I don't mess about with that. Can I ask you what this thing is here? This little item here is.
Yeah.
Which just caught my eye.
This little battery
Marconi P17B, and it's a portable radio valve.
Yeah.
From 1948.
Is it?
When you think that that's smaller than the first transistor
Yeah, I know.
10 years earlier.
Yeah.
Does it have a D series battery valves? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like the MB60.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Look at it. Look at this here, folks. Look at that battery. Yeah, 90 volt.
I think it's lower than 90. I think it says. Is it 67 and a half?
I don't know. I've not got my glasses.
I think it's 67 and a half.
Yeah, but we used to have the R. We used to have the R in this country, didn't we?
Yeah, we did the B114. Yeah.
I think it says on the top where the plug is.
Yeah.
Yeah, LT and HT.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, 67,
69.
69.
Right.
69 volts,
Yeah.
and then the other one is
on top of
1.5 volts,
Yeah.
low tension, you see.
That's right. The 1.5 is for the heater,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's put this back up here. There we go.
Just in case.
You know, they're always multiples of 1.5 volts HT batteries, aren't they? Because they're built up from 1.5
connected
volts.
up in
That's-
series, you know.
So
That's
that's
right.
why you get these funny voltages like
That's
67
right,
and a half.
yeah.
I mean, you read of people, you watch people on YouTube, and they make up battery packs, and
There
they
must be
use
somebody that's got
10
dash.
pp 10 pp freeze to get 90 volts or 100 volts. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just plug it. I'd rather just make some sort of power supply and plug it into the
Well,
mains.
yeah, it is
You know,
today.
because I would imagine you get a bit of a nasty nip off a.
I mean,
You get a bit of a
switch
bite
mode.
off a radio battery, wouldn't you?
Not 90 volts usually, they're alright.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've never fancied messing with them. I've never needed to though. I grew up in an age where you could buy small radios with small batteries. You know, I just like this sort of stuff because there's an air of quality to it. You know, and I'm going to ask you about this this item here with the horn on it. Let's just zoom back out. There we go. This item here with the horn on it. That's a speaker, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one speaker, yeah. Back
Yeah,
1973,
Amplon.
24.
Yeah, Amplon loudspeaker. You know, that'd be nice to have just sat on your sideboard, wouldn't it?
Well, it's an interesting looking thing.
It is, yeah.
Well, when you think really, it's like a telephone earpiece, and the amplification is actually the horn itself.
That's
In
right.
The
'cause
same way as a horn gramophone amplifier.
That's right, because it'll go. Yeah, because obviously there'll be sort of coil in here.
Yeah, a coil and a magnet.
That's right, and it'll obviously go. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like somebody's left the horn and nick your gramophone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In the same way they used to nick your video and leave your telly. Yeah, you know. But is this the one you're having, Mike?
Well,
This one here.
well, is this the one, is it, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Has it not been touched, has it
No,
now?
I haven't.
No.
Done anything to it at all. It
Looks
looks all
complete,
complete
doesn't it?
inside.
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
look
It
messy.
looks in nice. Can I ask you why has it got a pink glass?
Well, it's the tinted glass, actually.
Right.
It slid down.
Oh,
It was
oh.
pull the chassis back.
yeah.
And
It was
then-
Pi's idea for I think they called it daylight viewing.
That's
didn't
right,
they?
yes,
Because,
they did, yeah.
obviously,
Man,
a
you'd
lot
have to
of
be, wouldn't it?
sets-
There was now on at night.
Well, it was only on at night. It wasn't on during the day.
No.
But they said that you could
had the
view it
test
with the
card
curtains
on, you
open,
see.
couldn't you?
Yeah.
With the sun coming in.
Because most sets you
Yeah.
always had to draw the curtains.
Oh,
and watch
yes,
in semi-darkness.
that's
You
right,
accepted
yeah.
that, and this was
Yeah.
quite a high brightness tube. All it does really is it cuts down the reflections and it increases the sort of apparent.
It's like a
contrast.
Polaroid.
Of the tube.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the V14.
like a
the one after
polarizer.
this.
There were several, weren't
V14
there,
had a
that-
tinted screen
that
like
Pi
that,
did
you
it
know.
as well for a well they
Yeah.
like did it with that one,
Yeah.
and they also did it with
They did
it
it
was
with
a
the smaller
V7 yeah
FVs and
yes,
all that,
yeah,
didn't
the,
they? You
like
know.
FV1 had a tinted
Yeah,
screen, didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's-
used to repair these fairly regularly.
They were
you
very
know.
popular, weren't they?
Oh,
There
they
were a lot
were.
of them.
Yeah.
you see a lot of these in television programmes.
Yeah, well, as I say,
I've
they
seen
were,
them. I can't think of anything offhand,
I would
but
think-
I have seen them.
I would think
Yeah.
these and the Bush TV 22 and 24.
That's
they were the
right.
biggest selling sets.
They were,
because they were
yeah,
amongst
yeah.
the cheapest.
That's
weren't they?
right. Yeah.
Of
This
the
was
big
£52.
reputable Or was it?
You know.
And the TV 22 was about £40.
That's
wasn't it?
right,
That
yes,
was about
it
the
was,
cheapest
yeah,
you could buy,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Of course, it was cheaper with having a Bakelite case rather than a
Yes,
wooden case.
that's right. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I think the
See, this is the later Bush.
yes.
You
that's
see,
about,
17-inch.
that was the first set that had press
Press
you know,
buttons,
on
channel
rather than
selection.
having the rotary tube.
That's right. Yeah, sure. A good chassis that
Of
was.
course,
You
they
know.
had 4 buttons, even though there were
Yeah.
only 2 stations. Just
I mean, as soon as colour went out, I went on to colour. You see, you know, and of course all the black and white. I had loads of black and white sets in the cellar. You know. You know, because you
well,
know,
nobody wanted them, did
they
they?
didn't
once?
want them. No,
It's amazing, really, isn't it? What we used to.
You know, yeah.
I mean, the stuff I got when I was a kid, you know, that I used to experiment with and blow up. I wish I'd have kept
Well,
until I knew a bit more.
That's
Yeah.
what everyone.
Well, we used to
Everyone-
take
You know,
old tubes
yeah.
to the tip
Yeah.
and throw,
You
as
Throw 'em
apprentices,
and- yeah.
we used to throw them to the
Yes.
tip and then see if they could catch one another. You know? Boom, boom, you know.
We used to throw valves at each other.
Yeah.
We used to chuck valves at each other. And nowadays, I wish I'd have saved them.
Somebody telling me that he used to work in a government place, and he said they had loads of these big transmitting valves, and he said that one day.
Then, Steve.
Oh right.
There, look at this. The Bush, the symbol of reliability, appointed dealer. I'll tell you what, folks. I'm glad they came here today. It's a really, really good place. Probably could actually if I had the money.
Nice amateur band transmitter.
Yeah.
With the Geloso PA in it, 2807.
Oh, let's just get this camera off me and they can have a look down here at it.
Yeah.
I should have brought a dwarf with me, shouldn't I? There we go. And what did you say that was?
It's like KW Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transmitter. I think they've got 807s in. I think.
How much is that?
Like £100 I'd buy it. It's supposed to be in working order. I've never tried it.
Right.
But,
Do you know something? If I had £100, I'd buy that just to have it on display.
it's a nice.
That is nice, that, isn't
it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper job, British made.
Yeah.
Well, other than the VFO, which is Geloso, which was Italian.
Of course, yes, yeah. Yeah.
It's a big heavy lump. That's probably near. That's probably.
Could
Could be as heavy, yeah.
There's like 2 big transformers in it about that size.
Is there?
The mains transformer and the
Wow.
modulator transformer.
Wow.
It's a bit. It's a nice looking thing to have on your cupboard, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wouldn't use a thing like that.
It's,
I think it covers all the HF amateur bands up
Yeah.
to the top
Yes,
band. I think.
yeah.
I think it covers from about. I think it covers from about 10 metres up to top band. You know,
Yeah.
160.
Yeah, which is about the same as what my HF radio does. My Yaesu, that covers most things.
I mean, obviously, you know, like, it doesn't cover the VHF bands that they use now.
No.
You know, 2 meters.
No, my HF radio doesn't have a separate. I have a separate radio for for 2 meters and 70 centimeters.
Yeah.
When I was doing my exam, you know, we were sat in the we were sat in the room being taught, if you like, and the instructor turned round. He says, "Has anybody here got 2 meters?" So I put my hand up. He says, "Have you got 2 meters?" I said, "Yeah, gas and electric."
Very good.
He says, "Oh," I said, "We've got a comedian here, have we?" I thought I was going to fail, you know, because I didn't read the handbook. I bought the handbook. I didn't buy them too tight. I didn't buy it. I borrowed it. I read the handbook the night before. Did all my revising the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even pay any attention, and I had the book for months, and I didn't pay any attention, and I passed.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But my mates keep bullying me to go into go and do the 2E0 and whatnot, but I don't want to do it. I mean, I did it, and I'll be honest, I've lost a little bit of interest. Mind you, I might regain the interest once to get my big aerial repaired, winded my aerial in.
Right, yeah.
You know, it was snap the middle section of my aerial.
I've lost interest in it now. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems, you know, like when you can take a mobile phone out of your pocket
That's
and ring
right,
somebody in
yes,
South America as easy, you know, in the days when, you know, it was marvellous to speak
That's
to somebody
right,
in,
yes.
you know, Birmingham
Yeah.
or something like that. It was more exciting, wasn't it?
Well,
Mind you, people on the CB thought it was a miracle if they could get somebody 20 miles up the road somebody in a different county.
yeah, true.
You know, but
That was a short-lived fact,
what
wasn't it?
is this your workshop in here, Steve?
Sorry?
Is this your workshop?
No,
for
no,
here?
that's, you know, like the office.
Oh, that's your office, right?
Right.
I'm just a nosy get. But then again, in a place like this, you've got to be.
What do we owe you then, Steve? You know,
Well, 30 quid, all right.
yeah.
How much would it have been when it was new? This?
Well, you said,
Oh,
didn't you,
the
about
40,
50
yeah,
odd pounds, weren't you?
Yeah.
£48 they were.
I'll tell you what, it's survived well, hasn't it?
You know,
It does, yeah.
have you got the service data and everything on this?
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
think
yeah.
I've got it somewhere. Just
Yeah,
have a
well,
look inside, make sure it's all there. Don't want any nasty surprises, do you?
no, we'll yeah, get round here and have a quick look inside this set.
What's this say?
Made in Taiwan.
Erratic flywheel sync.
Oh, that's it. I know what that is. M3's diode.
Something, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frame
Has he got?
diode checked. Something capacitors checked.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
other words,
Did you get it off another dealer? Did you?
I'm trying to think where I got that from.
Yeah.
Because I've had a couple of them.
Right.
Where did I get it from?
This is a favourite dodge that we used to do with apprentices.
Oh yeah, move the
Yeah,
iron
put-
trap magnet.
That
was the thing
the other way around.
That was the thing people used to do in sale rooms, didn't
Oh,
they? When they
yes,
used
yeah.
to have, you know, TVs in furniture sale rooms, and they were
Yeah.
worth money.
Yeah.
They were worth money if they weren't worked, but they
that's
weren't
right.
worth money if they didn't work.
Yes. Yeah.
And like, you know, like dodgy second-hand goods dealers
Yeah.
would come in, say, oh, you know, can I take the back off to have a
Yeah,
look inside,
that's
make
right.
sure all the valves are there,
Yeah.
and they'd say, okay, and they take the valve off, and when nobody's looking, they twist the iron
That's
trap
right,
magnet down.
yeah.
And then when they came to show the set on the auction day,
Yeah.
they'd fire it up, and there'd be no picture, and they'd say, oh, there's no picture, but we don't, you know, it's
You get
probably
it
nothing.
cheap,
And this bloke would stand at the back saying, tube's gone, tube's gone. and of course he'd get it for a fiver instead of 50 quid or whatever, and then he'd just twist the iron trap magnet round.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, well, somebody's.
Man, the television business at one time, it was like the washing machine business, wasn't it? It was full of dodgy people.
Yeah.
It's obviously worked within living memory.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
I always say with old stuff, it's like the proverbial boiled sweet. Plug it in and see.
Yeah.
You know, suck it and see, really.
Yeah. Looks quite clean, the chassis. It's
Oh,
not
it
all,
does, yeah.
it's not all red
for
rusty
its
or anything.
age,
You know, it hasn't been in a shed, has it? Or,
Yeah,
No, it's-
no, it's not
It
been
does
in
look,
a
it does
cellar.
look nice and
probably.
clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's
So-
still got the tin can on there, which
Yes,
is a good sign.
yes, yeah.
If that's missing, you think, oh, hello.
Yeah,
been in
that
there.
transformer been, investigated. Like,
I wonder, is it a V4 that's had a tuner added, or was it always a VT4? Oh, it was always a VT4.
Yeah, it was. That's you can tell that with the wiring. You see,
Yes, it's
the
neat,
tuner.
isn't it?
There was
Yeah.
a kit, and it was enclosed in a brown wire, like with a loom that plugged in on the frequency changing. It's a focus.
Oh, yeah,
The focus thing. You've got to get it in sideways, like that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Yeah. Because that focus
It's even
was.
got the original fibre
it
washers
has,
behind the
hasn't it?
screws, so
Yeah,
it's not been
yeah.
on and off that many times.
No, it hasn't. No.
That'll give you something to mess with, that won't it, Mike?
Oh, yeah, something to reminisce about.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got a 405 line picture source.
No.
You have
Oh.
to modify one of those videos.
I know,
too.
the 3V29.
Yeah.
Well, a 3V29 will do it straight away, won't it, I believe?
Yeah.
If you've got something recorded on it.
Yeah.
I mean, these like best things are these Aurora converters that you
They're about 250
get.
quid though.
Yeah,
aren't
they are, yes. But
Yeah.
they're marvellous. They're only the size of a matchbox.
Yeah.
It's a shame we weren't back in 1983, innit? Because you'd have a year to get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, 405 sees transmission
Yes.
in 84.
Yeah.
I remember the last day when it was.
Yeah, because they announced it, didn't they?
Yeah, they said they were switching it off that day.
Yeah.
That's right.
So anybody with an old set,
I think
Tuesday,
they switched it off
wasn't it?
gradually, didn't they?
Yeah.
In fact, I think there were some places
Well, Winter Hill
still had it up in Scotland. Had it.
Yeah,
For quite
they
a few
did.
weeks
Yeah,
afterwards.
sure, they
Well,
did.
a friend of mine who's dead now, unfortunately, used to be the chief engineer at like Moyler Park Transmitter.
Oh yeah.
And he said when they got
Orders like from the.
they got it all sent up. It was
Yeah.
in 625,
yeah.
and he said they had a standards converter
Did,
at the transmitter. So he said it came up the pipe.
yeah.
625, and
Yeah.
they had a standards converter, and they used to put it on through the standards converter and into the 405 line transmitter. And he said they got the orders sent through from above saying this certain day, Monday the whatever.
It's got to be switched
Switch
off.
it all off.
Yeah.
And they switched it all off, and he said they just got the next day.
It was a Tuesday,
all the
actually, yeah.
engineers went in, they undid all the screws, pulled all the units out of the rack, threw them out in the yard on the skip. And he said they were stood outside in the yard in the rain for about 3 months before they got a scrap dealer to take them away. And this was the full standards converter, and that would be a nice thing to have now. And he said it was 2 6-foot-high rack bays full of equipment. Not like this little.
Who was that bloke at Derby? And he's got a test car generator, the F generator.
Is that
and
the guy?
also the C.
Is that the guy with the
generator.
transmitter in his bedroom? Because he ain't got any. There's
I'm not
another.
sure
It's
about
another
that,
radio museum, isn't it?
Oh, that's the.
Is that-
He
the
lives
same
at
guy?
Mickleover,
No.
doesn't he?
No, the guy.
He's got a transmitter in his bed, a great big transmitter, a
Forget his
BBC
name
transmitter
now,
in
but
his
I used to
bedroom.
speak to him.
Because he's got no room for
Wireless
it.
Museum,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's another place
Yeah.
I've got to visit. You know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
of course, the guy that started that's dead now. He died 2 years ago now.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it?
He's got but it is still being run by a group of volunteers.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is that the house where it is, his house in Dulwich, which was like his own house, it was left to him by his mother and father, is now worth over £1 million, and he's got a daughter who's not that interested in it. But they've got a group of like a consortium of people who are keeping it open, But
Right.
of course, it doesn't make much money. So.
No. As is it, when somebody pops off, that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's rubbish as far as the other people are concerned, isn't it?
Yes, that's the thing.
This is an interesting little radio here, isn't it?
You know, like Czechoslovakian.
Yeah, that looks Art Deco as well.
Yes, you know, it's designed by Raymond Loewy.
I've got Art Deco on the mind today.
You know, like Raymond Loewy. You know, like designed those for. It's you know, like Tesla. And they were
Is it a connection with that German firm, Loewy? You know, because that's what how they pronounce it, isn't it, Loewy? They made a whole load of television.
No, because he was actually American.
Oh,
he was American, Raymond Loewy, and but he designed stuff for different companies all over the world.
What I like about all British radios, or mainly British ones, and you know you don't really see it on a lot of others, is the station names.
Yes.
They all, you know. I mean, they were never accurate, but you had an idea of where you were tuning in.
Yeah, like this.
You know.
One,
North regional and West regional.
Yeah, you know, like. You know, like
those little stickers, of course.
I didn't like them.
Those came out when they brought in Radio 1, 2, 3 and 4, didn't they? So people knew what they were.
Unsightly, aren't they?
Well, they were free with the Radio Times or something.
That's right.
Weren't they? And people, they said to people, stick them on at these markings here, because of course no radio had them on, did they?
That's right.
Yes.
Now they'd try and make you buy a new radio, wouldn't they?
Right. Yeah. What you need to do is do your radio a favour. Scrape the damn things off.
You can easily scrape them off.
Do it a service and get rid of the horrible things. I'll tell you what are horrible, and they also ruin your deck and all. Them dust bugs.
Oh, dust bugs, yeah.
Because the pads eat.
They would leave a mark, don't they?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it takes the paint off. The stuff in. Yeah,
the adhesive or whatever.
You know, I won't. If I see one of them on a deck, I won't buy the deck because I know for a fact I'm not going to get it off without making a mark. Just can't. You know, so doesn't matter what it is, I won't buy it if it's got one of them on it.
Yeah. Okay, shall I cart this out and put it?
Thanks very much.
Right, I'll.
Just pull some of those.
And this is where we've been, folks, on the Vintage Technology Centre.
I think that'll be all right.
So thanks very much, Santi.
Okay.
Nice
So, well, you know, like, thanks for the other stuff.
Yeah, probably see.
I'm left-handed, by the way.
Okay.
Which is strange because I hold my camera in my right hand.
Go and get a cup of tea now.
Yeah, I'll go and get a cup of tea.
Is this cafe? Have they got a toilet as well? Have they?
I would think so.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
If they're going to sell you a brew, they're going to expect you to want to give it back in the form of a pee. So, right, well, been nice to meet you, Steve.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. See you later, buddy.
Okay.
Bye, mate. Thank you.